A terrible tragedy struck near our nation's capital on Wednesday night, sending shockwaves through the community and beyond. An American Airlines passenger plane and a U.S. Army helicopter collided in the sky, creating a catastrophic scene. The accident happened just before 10 p.m. under the cover of darkness. The location was over the Potomac River, which is very close to Washington, D.C., a bustling area with significant air traffic. The American Airlines Flight 5342, was a Boeing 737, a popular and widely used aircraft. It was traveling from Reagan National Airport to Los Angeles, a routine cross-country journey. The helicopter was a Blackhawk, operated by the U.S. Army on a training mission. There were a total of 67 people on both aircraft. Sadly, no one survived, leaving families and friends devastated. This crash is the deadliest aviation accident in the United States in over a decade, marking a somber moment in aviation history. It is a stark reminder of the importance of air safety and the need for constant vigilance. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, is leading the investigation, working tirelessly to uncover the truth. They will try to figure out what caused this terrible accident, hoping to prevent such tragedies in the future. The crash site presented a grim challenge for rescuers. Both aircraft went down in the Potomac River. The water was frigid, and the current was strong. Debris was scattered over a large area, making the search effort very difficult. Divers faced extremely challenging conditions. The water was murky, and the riverbed was muddy. Visibility was almost zero. They had to feel their way through the wreckage. They were searching for the bodies of the victims and for clues to explain the crash. Despite the difficult conditions, recovery teams worked tirelessly. They knew it was important to recover the remains of those who perished. They also knew that finding the black boxes would be crucial to the investigation. The victims of the crash came from all walks of life, representing a diverse array of backgrounds and stories. Their stories are a poignant reminder of the human cost of this tragedy, touching the hearts of many. On board the American Airlines Flight was a group of young figure skaters, full of dreams and aspirations. They were returning home from a national competition, excited to share their experiences. Their mothers and coaches, who supported them every step of the way, were with them. Also on board was Police Colonel Pergentino N. Malabed, a decorated officer from the Philippines, known for his dedication and service. He was visiting the United States on a work trip, contributing to international cooperation. 2 Chinese nationals were also among the passengers, adding to the international nature of the flight. The helicopter carried 3 U.S. Army soldiers, brave individuals dedicated to their duty. They were on a routine training mission, showcasing their commitment to national security. Their names have not yet been released, but their sacrifice is deeply felt. The loss of these individuals has left a void in their families and communities, a void that will be felt for years to come. The tragedy has sparked political controversy. President Donald Trump was quick to place blame. He pointed to the Federal Aviation Administration, claiming their diversity hiring practices were compromising safety. This horrible crash is a direct result of the FAA's focus on political correctness, Trump said in a statement. They're more worried about hiring people based on race and gender than on qualifications. This is what happens when you put liberals in charge of important things. These comments have drawn sharp criticism. Many people accused the president of politicizing a tragedy. They pointed out that he offered no evidence to support his claims. The FAA has also defended its hiring practices. As the investigation continues, the NTSB is focusing on several key questions that need to be answered to understand the cause of the crash. They want to know why the helicopter and the plane were so close together, and if there were any communication failures between the pilots. They are also looking into the role of air traffic control, examining if there were any lapses in the instructions given to the aircraft. The airspace around Washington, D.C. is some of the busiest in the world, with numerous aircraft operating in close proximity. There are strict rules about how planes and helicopters operate within this congested airspace to ensure safety. The NTSB will determine if any of these rules were broken, or if there were any deviations from standard procedures. The NTSB is also looking into staffing levels at the air traffic control tower to see if there were enough controllers on duty. There are reports that the tower was understaffed on the night of the crash, which could have contributed to the incident. This is an issue that has been raised before, with concerns about the impact of staffing shortages on safety. Air traffic controllers have been warning about staffing shortages for years, highlighting the need for more resources and better working conditions. The investigation is expected to take several months, as the NTSB meticulously examines all the evidence. The NTSB will issue a final report with their findings, detailing the causes of the crash and any contributing factors. This report will include recommendations for preventing similar tragedies in the future, aiming to improve aviation safety and prevent loss of life.